I truly believe that mining cryptocurrencies is one of the best ways to earn passive income in the history of humanity, right? And the plot thickens. The plot freaking thickens. Look behind me. We got some new mining rigs. They're consuming like 100 watts and they're pretty profitable. Yep. I said I didn't really want to do it again, but we're hard drive mining again. My name's Vosk here on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I'm going to break down today, what I'm mining with, why, but above all, how you can get into this too, if you want to. These things are plug and play. They've got an app. They're easy to set up and use. They're quiet, okay, energy efficient, and they earn more than they burn in electricity. If you're bullish long-term on crypto and want to earn some passive income, this video is for you. I've been mining cryptocurrencies full time for over 5 years now, and a few things stick out, okay? Really learn to see the duds and also get a good idea of what's gonna probably stick around and be worth investing in, right? Because when you buy into a crypto mining rig, especially with dedicated hardware like a hard drive, there's not all that many coins you can hard drive mine. Basically, there's just one coin that you mine with hard drives that's even worth mining, and that's gonna be Chia. That's what we're focused on today. No, I'm not talking about the super cool Chia pet from the 90s that we saw in so many commercials, and we always wanted one, and I don't think I ever got one. Thanks, Dad.
There's a new pet.
Chia.
But it was really just a weed that they put inside a clay pot, so he was probably right. But in all seriousness, Chia, a cryptocurrency, mineable with hard drives, okay, it's been around for a while. When you rank all of the cryptocurrencies that are mineable by how many dollars they emit per day in mined coins, Chia comes in at number 5. Yeah, I'm talking like Bitcoin, and then 4 spots later is Chia. Now that really piqued my interest. I saw Chia pop up and it got some traction and I thought it would kind of fade away, but that recent emission data plus a plug and play mining option, well, that's where the story begins. So let's go jump behind the computer screen. I'm pretty excited to share this one with you guys today because this project is basically like helium hotspot level easy and noise power consumption similar, right? But a much better project. Plug and play miner manufacturer, in my opinion, if you will. So we just got the Evergreen miner into review. Okay, and we have the starter kit pro. I also have some of the starter kits in here as well for testing because the VoskCoin team thought these were so cool. Everyone on the team is getting a starter kit. So,
Oh my God!
my enthusiasm and hype and expectation was big, but it wasn't all butterfly donuts and rainbows. Okay, buddy?
I'm not your buddy, friend.
When I got my kit in, 2 hard drives, didn't work and it led me to a lot of troubleshooting. The app setup was pretty easy. I won't run through the whole setup of it, but to give you the gist, you download an app on your Android or iPhone. App works pretty well, which is cool to see. And from there, you do a whole wallet setup, which is a bit of a pain. And then you set up your Evergreen miner. So it's very simple, right? You have these boxes. One's basically a Raspberry Pi and the other one is a hard drive, and then the more hard drives you have, the more storage space you have, which means you can plot more, which means you end up with more mining power basically. And you need an Ethernet connection, and then you connect the hub to all of these hard drives, and you're pretty much just hoping this thing turns green. You connect to it, you put it on your Wi-Fi, you have to set up the account, it does some setup in the background. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and pretty much if it doesn't work, you turn it off and you turn it back on again and you keep trying. My complaint though is when I had a bad drive, my whole rig wasn't working. But I reached out to them, they had good customer support, everything like that, and then they quickly shipped me 2 replacement hard drives. So I've got all 10 hard drives up and hashing away right now, which is pretty cool. This truly was a plug and play option, and I did have a bit of an issue, but they took care of it, and honestly, that's all you can ever ask for. I mean, things happen, no big deal. I got a return label, sent the 2 drives back, got 2 new ones, done. So we got the starter kit Plus, and the starter kit Pro. So pretty much anything to fit your budget. The really cool thing here is the fact that they also sell expansion packs, and an expansion pack is literally just additional hard drives. Oh, and shameless plug, I thought this thing was so cool that we set up an affiliate account with them, and we got a coupon code. I'll link that out down in the video description below. Support the channel, always appreciated, and you know, I get the best deal you can along the way. But they've got these different models, so if you have $300, get the $300 model. If you want to splurge, you go towards 1,000 or 3,000. You really want to get heavier into this? Great, they have options for you there. The difference here is you break down the price per terabyte, and they keep it real simple and straightforward. $50 a terabyte, and you get 0.07 XCH or Chia coins per month. You go up a tier, $20 a terabyte, and you get 0.78 Chia coins per month. You go up to the next one, $17.50 per terabyte, and you get about 2 Chia coins per month. These things truly are quiet. They are great on power consumption. So I'm going to focus on this one. This one piqued my interest because basically getting your cost per hard drive down means you're getting a better deal, and you're going to be on a quicker path to your break even and have a higher return on your investment. This thing is rated to consume 85 watts. All in, I mean, what we're looking at 100 watts of electricity. Instead of mining rigs that consume $5-10 a day, we're talking $5-10 a month probably, depending on your electricity rate here. There's a lot of money to be had in Chia, and it's only trading at a $181 million market cap right now. In the last 24 hours, they've emitted $282,000 worth of Chia coins, and this isn't some novel day for them. They're down 5%. Okay, they're trading at $30 a coin. And listen to these big household names. Some Zcash shouldn't be, but it may be. In cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Chia. So if you mine 2 Chia coins a month, how much are you making? So at current prices, you're making $60. It's ranked 144 out against all of the cryptocurrencies. Let's say you take off the electric bill. If you even have a high residential electric rate, you're still probably going to pocket about $50 worth of coin, which at current rate would be about 1.65 Chia or XCH. At the current prices, which keep in mind we're in a cryptocurrency bear market, okay, you'll break even on this device in about 2.5 years if nothing else changed. Personally, with how cheap these things are to run, I'm just going to stack these coins. I'm going to stack them up. We're dealing with a crypto that has a market cap of $180 million. If you don't know, it ain't that much in the crypto world. When I go to Chia's site, I find myself getting very bored. And yeah, it's VoskCoin green. That's cool. And so is Evergreen. So I like the branding, right? They want to be a green blockchain, and that's cool, I guess, in this era. But to be honest, I find their branding weak, and it's not provocative for me. It doesn't get me going. But their Twitter bio sums it up a little bit better, which may interest you more. A new blockchain, okay. Smart transaction platform, easier to use, interesting, efficient, secure, okay. And they've had a big, heavy pivot towards NFTs. I scroll down their Twitter feed, and after this one, I pretty much get bored. But before that, I see a focus on NFTs. And when I was on Evergreen's site, they have EVG or Evergreen collectibles. So they have these NFTs that'll give you perks and are collectible and whatever else here, and give you some more options in the app. It's all cool, fun, and dandy. And the application that they've built, Evergreen Mobile, doubles as a Chia wallet, right? Miner manager, and you can access your NFTs from there. They've built their own EVG OS, the Evergreen operating system. And they claim it's the first Web3 P2P operating system on your network. I mean, look, they got better branding than the Chia project. They should hire these guys. It's cool. It's interesting. I can see this going somewhere. And I'm not trying to shill it, right? I wasn't paid any dollars to try to send Chia to the moon. I don't have a bag of it. I really don't have any Chia coins. I'm mining my first coins right now. And some people will laugh and say, oh, I'm late to the party, whatever.
It's called fashionably late face.
Dude, this wasn't interesting to me until we had a plug and play option. I got a lot of things going on in my life, a lot of projects, a lot of builds, a lot of very intense things. And until I saw this plug and play option of these miners, it just really wasn't interesting. Just didn't do it for me, but now it gets me going. And if you're some, badass maniac, bold, whatever, you got some funds, they even have an enterprise edition. You can't just check out on the site. I think this is special order only. For 1 petabyte, you get this, right? 800 watts per 1,000 terabytes. Low depreciation on refurbished HDDs. That's hard drive. Quiet, cool, and easily expandable. They've got farm crypto in your garage, office, warehouse, whatever. 1,200 plus terabytes. They're plotted in hard drive enclosures here. 90 bay enclosures. Pre-configured server. Quiet, expandable rack. Comes with a 30 amp PSU. It's looking like a PDU. My point is, though, if you're looking to just dunk yourself in the deep end, they got an option for you, man. They got an option for you. I think this would be fun, and it's something I'm considering because I am looking to further diversify the next stage of my mining farm build out. So I got 8 hard drives up and running on this, and that ran for a few days. And then a couple days ago, I got my 2 replacement hard drives in, got those plugged up, and that's all fun, good to go. And it's been hashing here on FlexPool, automatically set up through the app. I mean, very simple, very easy, straightforward stuff here. My average effective mining capacity measured in hard drives, right? So you think hash rate, right? That's what we got here, but we're just going to deal with our storage space. So effectively, I'm mining at 158 terabytes per second. Realistically, it's basically 158 terahash, mega hash, gigahash, whatever per second to translate it. If you're more familiar with other types of mining. So I've been up and down, differentiated space here. Effectively mining with as I've troubleshot this rig here in the last 7 days. In those 7 days so far, I've mined $8. Right now, it's estimating I'm earning $1.58 per day. So, at first glance, you're like, dude, that's not a lot of money to make on that much of hardware. Well, let me tell you something, especially with the way things have been going in the crypto sector lately. I've got hardware, tangible, it's here. I know it exists. It's not anything to do with SBF or FTX or someone else who could basically rug you, okay? It's got a value attached. So you could shut this all down and you still have valuable computer hardware. Don't forget about that, right? And so I'm on the quest to break even. And with a low electricity consumption, I'll play the long game. I'll be here mining in 5 years. And I don't see any reason to stop this rig. Period, right? We look at the leaderboard over here. We see some farms that are so big and bullish, they got P's instead of B's by their name, okay? That's a petabyte. You want to get on the top board up here, you're going to need 3.25 PBs. And to put it into perspective, how massive that is, you see my Evergreen miner with 10 hard drives and 1 hub, so 11 devices here, right? And that puts me at 160 terabyte. 158 is measured effectively by the pool here. So we would need to times that by 10 to basically be halfway here. That's a lot of hard drives. Look, I'm a big gun guy, stuff like that. And one thing I really love about Glocks, I know people love or hate Glocks, whatever, but I used to carry one on duty. And I was raised in a Glock family, so I'm pretty partial to them. But one thing that I absolutely love about Glocks is that their cases are stackable, and they have these little molds and their injection molds that make them so easily stackable. Okay, and then you look at the simple, effective, smart design that these guys had on these Evergreen miners. They built these to be stackable. Okay, there's an indent in the bottom, and there's a bump out on the top. They just stack, they lock there. They technically don't lock. They sit there and they're stable and they're in place. Such a simple thing that's just well done. They've got slots built into the side so these things can just kind of passively cool themselves. These hard drives have motion, so they naturally circulate air, and pretty much the hot air is dispersed and they just kind of run and do their thing. These things don't need much power, so the power supplies are pretty simple. They plug right into any wall outlet in your house. Whether in the United States or elsewhere. There is no fan on these power supplies. I mean, they look like just little cheap laptop, you know, I shouldn't say laptop, not in current days era, like in the old days, a laptop charger or just some kind of cheap device. I mean, it's a little cheap, small electronic power supply, and that's fine. It's all that's needed for stuff like this. So it comes with splitters, and you pretty much power your hub and then 5 more hard drives on one power supply. And so it splits off and does all that. And then you power the other 5 on a secondary power supply. Comes with the cables, came with the Ethernet cord. I mean, it really was a plug and play setup, which was nice and enjoyable. It was very easy. The only thing that threw me for a loop was the fact that 2 drives were damaged in shipping. And so that took some troubleshooting to figure out which one, because I was all excited and I set them all up at once instead of going one by one, which you can do. It's a bit of a pain and slower. In my opinion, if you get the starter kit, you got 1 hub, 1 drive, simple. That's straightforward. Any of the other kits, I would recommend setting up the hub and 1 drive attached and just set it up, make sure it's good. And you pretty much know you're good when you get the green light on it and you can see your mining progress on the mining pool. At that point, add as many of the other ones as you feel comfortable with. I would just throw the rest of them on there at that point and see if they all work. And if they don't, work backwards. You know, as someone who just absolutely loves mining, these things are f***ing cool, okay? They are cool, and they're easy to use. So if you don't want to be consumed in a big project of plotting hard drives, right? Learning how to do all this, setting up a wallet over here, setting up a farmer key, and you're like, well, what's a farmer key? It's a Chia thing, dude. It's honest work, okay? But, you know, in all seriousness, like, it really takes care of so many of the steps. And people will say, well, I could do it myself cheaper. Then do it. What Evergreen has created is ease of use, right? And you support a project like this. And this is a product that's for some people and not everyone, right? But if you're looking for a way to mine cryptocurrencies profitably, low power consumption, low noise, low heat, this checks a lot of boxes. The Starter Kit Pro, it's not cheap. I get that. It's $3,000 basically. A little bit less. But what it is easy to use, set up. If something's wrong, damaged on, you know, in transit, they should take care of you like they took care of me, which is a nice reassuring thing. More customer service than I get at Walmart, among some other contractors I've dealt with recently, which is just beyond frustrating. The point being, I love mining, and this has been a fun, enjoyable, and eventually profitable experience. It's all you can ask for. So huge shout out to Evergreen for making this. I'm excited to see where this goes. And honestly, what it's doing for me is making me interested in Chia. Whereas previously, I just wasn't. And I think, you know, moving forward, proof of work blockchains can have a real case for just that grassroots. I mean, it's always been the case, but especially moving forward, that grassroots, organic, just building environment where people get in through mining and then they really get entrenched in that ecosystem. I never thought Ethereum was that cool. I just set out to mine it. But after mining it, getting some coins, and then paying attention to these tokens they were building, and then DeFi and NFTs and everything else, I stuck around and I got into all of that. Maybe that never would have happened if Ethereum was always proof of stake and boring and centralized like it is now. I don't know, difference of views and opinions. We'll see where everything goes, but no matter what, I'm sticking with crypto. I hope you do too. My name is Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel, home to the CSO of VoskCoin, of course. The Chief Storage Officer in the blue corner. That's going to be Tails. Cutest pup in the game, resident Dogecoin. I'll see you on the next one. Also, fun fact, did you know Alexa has taken all of these B-roll shots of the miner? She works really hard behind the scenes. So just show her some love down in the comments. Me, you guys can beat me up down there like normal. Real tough behind a keyboard. I'm just kidding. Some of you guys are awesome and supportive. But some people aren't. And that won't stop me.